Welcome to the first episode of Steam Pour, a channel devoted to the love of coffee and tea. I tempt you to join me as we tumble into a tongue-twisting, taste-bud-tickling tango of tip-top taste. Today's topic is intended to pay tribute to the tantalizing tannins of Lapsang Souchong. Let's take a trip to Tongmuguan to tell tall tales where together tremendous traders transform the turbulent drummers of tomorrows using the traditions of the trees. Through terribly tasty tenets of tea production, tantamount to triumphant trumpets, travelers come together to taste a tea, flavored by a trickling trail of smoke that traces tenebrous tendrils throughout this treat. Truthfully, the titillating taste of this tea is top tier and worth the travails, transcendent in its totality of flavor. Lapsang Souchong originates from the Wuyi Mountains in the Fujian region of China around the year 1646. It is one of the first black teas and one of few smoked teas. The Chinese refer to it as red tea because in China black tea refers to fully fermented tea. Lapsang Souchong has always been my personal favorite tea. Today I will be using leaves I acquired from Dobra, my favorite tea house. It has such great atmosphere and a respect for traditional tea methods. You will want to use 1 tablespoon of tea leaves per cup of water. I'm going to start with rinsing the leaves, which is a debated topic. To rinse, go ahead and fill your leaves and use water just under boiling. It's recommended to use 98 degrees Celsius, which is about 208 Fahrenheit. Now pour water in circles over the tea leaves for even heat. Make sure you get it absolutely everywhere. I'm sure that'll make it taste better. And then you'll just set your mesh aside, and you can see the water is a little bit discolored now. That's all you want, and you're just going to discard it. Now you are ready for your first brew. That rinse is kind of just like throwing out the first pan. So since I have my 1 tablespoon of tea leaves per cup of water ratio, then I'm actually going to fill 2 tablespoons if I'm making tea for a friend, which means that I need 2 cups of water. Now again, this water is just under boiling, 208 Fahrenheit. So go ahead and fill your 2 cups, or if you're just doing 1 serving, your 1 cup. Once you have your hot water, go ahead and pour it over your tea leaves using that circular motion so that all your leaves get even heat. Cover all your leaves and make sure they are good and submerged. Now some say to steep for as little as 20 to 30 seconds for high-quality small batch lapsang. Most mass manufacturers recommend around 3 minutes to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And you know what? Since there is no fear of oversteeping, I recommend sticking to around 3 minutes. After enjoying that first cup, you can go back for more infusions. Let each subsequent infusion steep for 1 minute longer each time and use slightly hotter water. Lapsang Souchong is a tea that undergoes a very specific process to achieve its unique flavor notes. So let's take a quick look at that process. Harvesting. In May, workers harvest the larger and more mature leaves, which are found further down on the stem. Withering. The fresh leaves are then withered by gently heating them over burning pine wood. First rolling. The leaves are rolled into tight strips to break the cell walls and initiate oxidation. Oxidation. The rolled leaves oxidize in wooden barrels. This is when they turn black. Firing. The leaves are fired in large pans to halt oxidation. This is when the leaves get their unique aroma. Second rolling. This releases any juices trapped in the leaves. And finally, drying. The leaves are placed in bamboo baskets to dry over a pine wood fire containing pine resin. Once they are dry, the fire is smothered to achieve an amber smoke. This is when the tea gets the smoky flavor. Now let's follow the smoky scent back to its origin, a riveting tale of an accidental masterpiece and a strong infusion of faith that put a small village on the map. The saying, haste makes waste, is not always true. The village of Tongmuguan was a quiet village in the year 1646 during the Qing Dynasty. One day soldiers marched through the village as they were passing through. They needed a rest, so the village put them up in the tea shelters. To make room, they had to move the tea leaves before they were dry. The next day, they found out the leaves had started to oxidize, so the people rushed to roast the leaves to save them from further oxidation. They pan-fired the leaves and smoked them over pine wood, which was abundant in the area. At first they thought they had ruined the leaves, but they had faith and they still shipped them. Dutch traders loved the new flavor, and soon Lapsang Souchong was in high demand all over the known world. There is a saying in the Wuyi Mountains. Since stepping into the tea bushes at the age of 7, it takes 10 years to learn withering, 20 years to learn fermentation, 30 years to learn pan-firing, and a lifetime to learn roasting and scenting to make Lapsang Souchong. To me, this shows that it is well worth taking all the time you need to hone your art, and the best Lapsang Souchong takes true dedication to the craft. Now that our tea has steeped, let's see if the taste lives up to the legends. Many tasters say they detect notes of wood smoke, peated whiskey, pine resin, smoked paprika, bacon, and dried longan. If you want to impress your friends, these are called empyreumatic notes from the Greek empyreun, meaning to set aflame. Empyreumatic refers to the sense and taste of charred organic matter. Ah, yes. The smell and taste instantly bring me back to the log cabin my family used to visit during autumn in the Great Smoky Mountains. This is why I love this tea so much, because it is rustic and full-bodied and just so comforting to me. Lapsang Souchong is actually a great tea to drink during the colder months, not only for that smoky taste that invokes memories of campfires on cold nights, but also for the health benefits. Lapsang Souchong is one of the few teas which contain L-theanine, an amino acid that will boost your immune system and reduce stress. It's also full of antioxidants for heart health, and it will boost your metabolism with regular consumption. Part of this is due to the caffeine content. Lapsang Souchong contains 45 milligrams of caffeine in every 8-ounce cup, but it is different from a coffee bean jolt, as the compounds in Lapsang Souchong are known for improved focus, anti-inflammatory benefits, and energy from B vitamins. So it stimulates your brain while maintaining a state of calmness. Let's end our journey with a quote from Jiang Yunchun, the descendant of 24 generations of Lapsang Souchong production in the Wuyi Mountains. Tea from Tongmuguan is saturated with the essence of the heavens and the earth, and is filled with the piety of the people. Thank you for sticking around to the end of Steampour's very first video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to extend a warm invitation to next week's tea time featuring an old favorite, mint tea. You can RSVP to the tea party by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. I look forward to brewing with you next week right here on Steam.